Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in strong opposition to H.R. 4090, a bill that hands the mining industry, amazingly, the power to gut its own regulations while doing nothing to secure American mineral supply chains or help make life more affordable for the American people. It's more the same from House Republicans and this administration. More favors for their billionaire buddies and more ways to enrich themselves, all at the expense of the American people who are struggling. And if we asked everyday Americans right now, list 100 things that you care about, that you want Congress to be working on to make your life better, I promise you that giving more sweetheart deals to multinational mining corporations would not be anywhere on that list. I can think of 1,000 better ways to spend our time than debating this bill on the House floor. We could be reining in the out-of-control agency ICE, which is terrorizing communities around the country, murdering people in the streets. We should be addressing skyrocketing health care costs, which our Republican colleagues seem to have forgotten entirely about. We could be talking about how to lower energy prices, including the skyrocketing utility bills caused by Donald Trump's crazy war on clean energy. But no, we are back here once again talking about deregulation designed for and by the mining industry. H.R. 4090 would codify parts of President Trump's executive orders on mining. And I will say that we can agree on many of the bill's stated goals: creating good jobs, strengthening our supply chains, reducing the global influence of our adversaries, and safeguarding national security. But the stated goals are one thing. Then there's what actually is in the bill, what the bill does, and that's quite another thing. We should not confuse the mining industry's best interests with the public interest. This bill would direct the Interior Secretary to take all necessary steps to expedite and approve certain priority projects with no restrictions on who operates the projects, what they mine, or where. There's nothing to stop this administration right now from prioritizing mines owned and controlled by our foreign adversaries, and that loophole, that glaring problem, that national security threat is not corrected at all in this bill. There's nothing to require a focus on minerals actually needed for clean energy and national defense, nothing to prevent the administration from approving mines on sensitive public lands or even in our national parks. These are all simple safeguards that for some reason are not in this legislation. That is ripe for abuse and misuse of our public resources when you advance a bill like this. In prioritizing lands for mining, the bill makes no mention of minimizing conflict with neighboring communities, like tribes, or protecting other important natural resources and uses of public lands, like logging, grazing, and recreation. The bill also looks to the mining industry itself for direction on which regulations to roll back. Again, no public input, no tribal consultation. My colleagues across the aisle often tout the United States environmental and labor protections as the best in the world. But as protections are eroded in favor of polluters over people, who's to say that basic protections for drinking water and worker safety aren't the next targets? Our environmental laws have reined in the industry's worst pollution and abuses, but regulations being successful doesn't mean that we no longer need them. And nothing in this bill guarantees that minerals mined here will stay here or benefit Americans. Time and again, we have suggested guardrails that could be put in place into bills like this to make sure that foreign adversaries don't end up taking advantage of all of these corporate giveaways that our Republican friends keep putting on the table, that they don't come here and for practically free extract our publicly owned natural resources and take them to other parts of the world and use them in ways that are not in our interest. We keep offering these guardrails. Our Republican colleagues keep saying no. Under the mining law of 1872, anyone, including subsidiaries of foreign adversaries, can claim our publicly owned materials, mine them for free, ship them abroad into the global market, and do nothing to help the interests of the United States of America. Time and again, we have raised this glaring vulnerability with legitimate solutions on the table to address it, and our Republican friends refuse to work with us. I oppose H.R. 4090, and I reserve the balance of my time.